You've just been kidnapped, you're in a moving vehicle and not blindfolded. What do you say to your kidnapper? NSFW.
I don't know what y'all see in me, but I'll take it as a compliment.
My insecure ass would be like, what made you choose me? How did I caught your attention? You're making me feel pretty special.
Are you willing to take a brief survey?
I just info dumped the entire story of Halo. And not just from the games, I'm talking books, comics, everything in chronological order in extreme detail, going off on tangents to explain how a specific piece of tech works or whatever lol. They'd either come out of this insanely informed or they'd toss me out of the car before I get to the formation of the Ecumene Council.
What if they just accompanied your tale with a perfect humming of the Halo theme?
Thanks for the lift, followed by 20 minutes of scrolling Reddit, followed belatedly by oh, this isn't my lift. This is your Uber.
Do you have any idea who my father is?
Your mama didn't tell you?
Oof lol.
Thank you, it's been a long time since I feel that I am wanted by someone. Particularly since my HIV-positive diagnosis.
And since my very severe ribs. Down in my jaws chronic muscle spasm.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms. At night I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep.
Shut up and sell me chocolate.
At age 5 I was born without a face. If you want to F my ass you just could have asked me, I might agreed.
Wanna hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Yes, absolutely reenact Dumb and Dumber. Then the entirety of Hootie's lines from Owl House.
Company. Hooray. Finally someone to listen to my stories. Okay, one time, a sparrow flew into my mouth, and then hey.
Coughs up sparrow.
Remove skin.
Guys of Reddit, what is something you learned about girls after getting into a relationship? NSFW. That birth control messes with their hormones a lot.
Birth control can literally change a person. It's F-fed.
My wife was on BC from the age of 16, never once stopped until her 32nd birthday. I suddenly met a completely different person.
Better or worse?
Better. Suddenly laughing at childish things more so than she would do. Every moment of the day there was an extra spring in her step. Little things were water off a duck's back whereas before they were catastrophes. A good hug when nothing is wrong works wonders.
Now, do you prefer someone to hug you with their arms over your shoulders or under your arms?
Chokehold actually. Communication is the key to everything. Seriously, if there's an unanswered question, effing mention it and get the answer. Neither men nor women are mind readers. So many things can be avoided by just talking with the other one in the relationship. Always assume ignorance over malice. Chances are whatever happened it's because of assumptions made and not because one was trying to actively hurt/annoy the other. The only dumb question is the one you don't ask.
Assume ignorance. Or incompetence. Sometimes I do dumb stuff because I'm a dumb, not a mean. Makeup is expensive as F.
Bras too. I thought just the higher end ones would be expensive, but assume the day-to-day ones costs much less than they do.
Pretty much any bra that gets worn out of the house is gonna run you $50 minimum. Can you imagine paying $50 for a pair of boxers? And not just for a pair, but for every pair.
Bobby pins are magical items that will materialize out of thin air.
And disappear just as suddenly.
Bobby pins and teaspoons go to a magical void. I don't know what they do there but I like to think they're happy.
I wish, with all my heart, to fly with dragons in a land apart.
With my first serious girlfriend after college, I learned that I could have a relationship with open and honest communication, owning our emotional reactions, not being manipulative, and putting ourselves in our partner's shoes. In my next relationship, I learned that not every partner will do that. It really prepared me for meeting my now wife, because I could expect that and communicate that expectation to her early on, which laid the foundation for a healthy and communicative relationship.
Actually, the most valuable thing I've learned is be honest. If I'm going to the pub and know I'll be back late, just be straight up and tell it like it is. Most girls like honesty. Seems fairly obvious, doesn't it? The relationship I'm in now has been by far the best because I don't try to play games, which has got me into trouble in the past. Honesty and transparency. It's the key.
I've tried explaining this to so many guys. Like, dude, your wife is calling you constantly because it's midnight and you told her you'd be home by 9. For all she knows, you've been in accident and are lying dead in a ditch somewhere. She's calling BC, she loves you and she's worried about you. Just tell her you'll be out with the boys all night and be done with it.
What job do you have no respect for? Australian real estate agents. Laws don't seem to apply to them. Just as dodgy in sales and rentals alike. Never seen anything like it overseas.
There are debt collectors who call relatives of the deceased to pay off their debts when they are not legally obligated to.
LPT, if you ever have one of these people come to your door, don't sign anything. They'll often say bulls like they need you to confirm they at least tried, so the debt can be wiped away, or you need to confirm your inability to pay due to your financial situation. Don't sign it. Don't sign anything. Edit, thanks for the gold. Edit, lots of awards, crying face, thank you all.
What you said 1000x. They will send zombie debt out that is way past collections, they purchase for pennies on the dollar. They send out letters, and if you call or respond even to dispute, the clock resets on that debt. If you look carefully on the letter, it will say the debt is legally past reporting or collecting. It is so sketchy and unethical. I think we can all agree without being political that debt collection practices and consumer protection is something we need stricter enforcement on.
Where I live, tax info was leaked and now scammers are targeting low-income individuals/families, people earning under $30,000 per year, with the transfer scams. I got one the other day that was in a transfer warning that $240 a family member sent me was about to expire.
That's disgusting. The scammers know what they're doing, they know the harm they cause people, and yet they don't care.
According to the most recent Mark Robber video, these scammers make a ton of money not only for themselves but for their company.
MLM managers. Not the low-level idiots that get suckered into it, they suck too for trying to bring new people into that show, but the people who create them know exactly what they are doing and are pretty much the only ones who profit off of it. Should be illegal. Pyramid schemes are illegal. None of them ever get to just desserts except occasionally by vigilantes, I assume.
A girl I know has been on an MLM for 2 years now, and she posts every day the same as and gets the two same people commenting every single day. And lately she went on a vacation paid by the company. I was interested in knowing where you had to stand in the ranking to be paid that vacation. Basically all you needed is to spend $3,000 in the company so they can pay you a 603-day trip to Cuba and do meeting all day long. Guys, it's a typo obviously. All of my vacations are paid for by my company. Or my wife's. Basically, they pay us money and then we use some of that money to go on vacation.
Televangelists.
Not just them, but also those big cults. Moonies, Scientologists, NXIVM, CHCC, their only purpose is to leech money off people's faiths, and sometimes sexual assault.
Managers of scam call companies.
And the scammers. I'm sorry, but what they are doing is wrong and they know it. I couldn't live with myself doing that to someone else. Edit, I don't consider this a job either, it's criminal.
What's the funniest way to answer a scammer's call? NSFW.
Don't say hello, just pick up the phone and say it's done, but there's blood everywhere. I'll need your help cleaning it up. Bring bleach, trash bags and that large saw from the garage. And then just hang up.
Your mom, calling from a new phone, distressed face.
The job you just interviewed for, calling to let you know you got the job, fearful face.
He does show leadership skills under stressful conditions.
Pretend to be elderly and confused. You'll hook them immediately and can then proceed with wasting the most of their time.
In a forum online, a girl answered a call with a caller ID that came up as fraud. She answered breathlessly, "Can you hold on? I'm having sex." She clicked on porn and set the phone next to the computer's speaker. The guy listened for half an hour.
He was doing more than listening. Imagine if she just screamed in the middle of it and he gets jump scared while jerking off in his working space.
This one actually happened. I'm calling in regards to the car accident you were in. Oh, the one where I got decapitated? Yes, what about it? Well, I'm just here to let you know that you're entitled to seek financial compensation if you so wish. That actually sounds good. The cost of the medical bill to reattach my head was horrendous. Well, we're glad you think so. I'm calling on behalf of Silence as he finally processes what has been said before he hangs up.
My favorite hello, this is from Microsoft security team. We see there's been some suspicious activity on your account. Yeah. It's probably because I've been watching a lot of really dodgy hardcore porn. Yes. It was probably that. Are you near your computer so we can log in and fix it? I am. But I'm watching a lot of porn right now. That's okay. You can pause it but in close to climax. Are you able to lower your voice and talk dirty to me? What color are your underwear? Hangs up.
My mum got one of these once. She handed the phone to my dad, who worked at Microsoft at the time, and he proceeded to troll the absolute S out of him. After he gave the speech, he asked him what his badge number was. The scammer got very angry and aggressive after figuring out he actually worked at Microsoft. Haha.
Bob's orphanage, you make 'em we take 'em?
I always on where with Los Pollos Hermanos WHRTR. Something delicious is always cooking. My name is Pablo. Usually before I finish call gets hung up on. One scammer even told me to stop calling him Lamau.
How did you get this number? Answer every phone call that way.
In your best Christian Bale Batman voice. Bonus points if you do it in the style of the Funny or Die Batman mumble skit.